Hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a blessed day. Today I'd like to just talk about protein alternatives that are shelf stable. So I'm going to go through a few things because with the cost of meat and groceries in general, things are very expensive. What used to fill up your cart now barely gets you a bag or two of groceries. We've all been there. We've been to the stores. We know what's going on. So today, I'd like to just take some time and talk to you about what I like to keep in my stash as an alternative to protein. I like to keep dry beans on hand, and what I like to do with them is, as I have time, I like to can them. You don't have to, but it is very handy. If a SHTF situation did happen, all you have to do is open a jar, and you really could just eat them that way if you really had to. It also makes meal prep a little bit easier. If you got your beans already ready, they're canned up, they're ready to go, you could season them. I do a few different recipes with them and can them. So it's like convenience food, only very healthy convenience food. So I like to keep navy beans, black beans, and usually lentils. So we're going to check out what I have for lentils. For safety purposes, lentils cannot be canned, so I just like to have them on hand. They don't take very long to cook. If there was an emergency, I could cook them really quickly. So I like to keep lentils in my pantry at all times. I never thought that I would like lentils before, but I'm starting to like them. So imagine that. I like to keep them in a mason jar with an oxygen absorber. So I am going to be filling up that jar with the rest of these lentils. I'm going to be canning up my beans. And this brings me over to our next item that's in my stash. This is a great alternative to meat protein, and it is split peas. Now, I've never had them before, but I'm going to make something with them this week. I just want to try them. They look so pretty. And that, it really is aesthetics, It's like, if something looks nice, you want to try it. So I am definitely going to try making something with my split peas. This is packed with protein, and they last a long time. Again, a mason jar with an oxygen absorber, and they will last a very long time on your shelf. I don't want to say, here's a disclaimer, I'm not sure. I think they would last forever, but that's just my opinion. So, gotta have your split peas. Well, this isn't really shelf stable, but they last a long time. You can freeze them, and that is liquid egg whites. In 2 tablespoons, I think, there are 5 grams of protein. Let me check this again. I just want to make sure that I'm giving you the right information. Okay, yes, 3 tablespoons is 5 grams of protein. That's not that bad. 3 tablespoons isn't really a whole lot. So if you wanted to bulk it up a little bit and have 6 tablespoons of egg whites, you could cook that up and you'll be getting 10 grams of protein. You can freeze them and just use them as is, or you can keep them in your refrigerator and you can use them like within 2 weeks of opening. Okay, always check your dates because they are a dairy item, so it will expire unless they're frozen. So take that into account. I don't water glass eggs, so this is my alternative to it. Okay, so don't forget to have some egg whites on hand in your stash for SHTF, the week you didn't work as many hours as you thought you could, the week that you had an emergency and had to pay for repair for something. So if you don't have the funds or the resources to go grocery shopping that week, you'll have protein, and that is very important. So shelf-stable or long-term protein alternatives are a must as far as I'm concerned. Now, let's get on to some more items. I love to have canned beans also. Here's the thing. If you run out of your dry beans, you always got canned beans. These are pre-cooked. You just open them. Make sure you have a can opener. Make sure you have a backup to your backup. So have 2 can openers. These do come in pop top, but they don't last as long. So, you know, it depends on what you want and what is easier for you at the time. But always try to keep some canned beans. I like the cannellini beans. I like black beans. I like navy beans. So I like to have them in a dry form, and I like to have them already pre-cooked in a canned form. Makes cooking so much easier. You could add it to soups, any kind of chili, something like that you're making. Makes a real good healthy meal. And I like black beans. I've made black bean burgers. They're really good. So always try to have some canned beans on your shelf if possible. This is my favorite brand. I can't help it. Bush's baked beans are so good. This little can is about 8 ounces. It has a pop top. Won't last as long as the twist, you know, the top that you have to open, like on the black beans. However, packed with flavor, packed with protein. This could be a meal in itself if it had to be, or if you want it to be. One of my favorite things to do with canned baked beans is add a little bit of diced onion to it, a little bit of mustard powder, and just heat them up like that. Sometimes I haven't had a hot dog in ages, but I would get a can of baked beans, put them in a small baking dish, dice up some hot dogs, a little bit of diced onion, and some mustard powder, and I would just heat it up in the oven, and it's like a little hot dog and bean casserole. It's really, really good. So for me, baked beans are a real staple. It is a great meal alternative. You can eat it as is. You can add stuff to it. It's just quick and easy, and they're good. They're really good. They're really healthy for you. So these are the protein alternatives that I like to keep in my stash. You can have 1, you can have 50, you can have 25, you can have 100. It's up to you. This is just a sample of what I like to keep in my pantry as a protein alternative. It's mostly for health reasons with me. I understand, though, that the price of meat is astronomical. So if there's anything here that you haven't tried, let me know in the comments below. If you've ever had split peas, how you use them, lentils, dry beans, the egg whites, baked beans, canned black beans or kidney beans or cannellini or navy, whatever. Let me know in the comments below, what alternative proteins do you like to keep in your stash? Do you keep it for health reasons, like dietary reasons, or do you keep it solely for SHTF? For me, it's a little bit of both. I am starting to like it, so I don't have, if I have meat, I have like red meat once a week, and the rest of the time it's either chicken, lentils, beans, whatever, or egg whites. So that's what's in my stash for protein. What's in your stash? Leave me a comment, like, subscribe. Thank you so much for coming on my channel. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. Stay hydrated, stay blessed, stay safe. I'll catch you all on my very next video. Bye-bye.